Phyllis. I'm sorry you're upset. But if you hear about the case...
Your lips are sealed, right?
You have to understand the position I'm in.
Yeah, you don't want to betray your good friend Diane, do you?
Look, believe it or not, I'm on your side, too.
I know I don't believe
Look,
that.
we both hope that Diane and her son are on their way back to Italy. Look, if you only knew the flack that I'm taking for this.
Why? Why, Michael? Because you chickened out?
No, the only reason I'm not representing Diane is out of respect for my relationship with you. Now, I wish you could open up with me.
Oh, I bet
But
you
as I
do.
said, I am in a very difficult position.
I didn't come here for information, all right? I came because I need someone to talk to. What a waste of time.
Hold on. Phyllis, please wait. Now, I can't tell you anything about Diane's strike.
I'm not asking for state secrets. I'm not asking for anything. You know, come to think of it, I don't know if I can trust you.
Mr. Silva, as I've explained, I think the court is quite justified in requesting that you state once and for all what your client's position is. Unless reasonable visitation, as stated in the original petition, is all Mr. Abbott wants where the child is concerned. Well, is it?
Your Honor, as you might imagine, this is an intensely emotional issue.
Counsel, I would caution Mr. Abbott, if you haven't already, that a petition for custody carries a significantly higher burden of proof. Custody battles can expose conflicts and heighten animosity. Such conflicts could bear directly on my decisions regarding custody. Keep that in mind.
Your Honor, I would like to request a short recess. I need to discuss this with my client.
Request granted.
How does it look? We're in a very good position, no matter which way Mr. Abbott chooses to go.
Because if Jack asks for full custody and loses,
It's gonna cost him.
he could end up spending less time with Kyle than if he had made an arrangement with me in the first place. True?
Very likely.
Isn't there anything we can do to put this off?
You heard the judge. You've got to make a decision. You've got to make it now. Jack, this is it. The moment of truth. Do you want to go for full custody of your son or not?
All right. Whatever we say remains between us.
Promise?
I promise you. Look, I still believe that if we all work together, Diane and her son will be on their way to Italy, and you and Jack can move on with your life.
No, Michael, even if what you say is true, I'm not gonna come out of this unscathed.
What are you talking about?
Daniel. You know what happened. You know the whole thing, losing custody of my son, my failure as a mother, is gonna be thrown all over that courtroom and made public again.
No. Look, there's no way that's going to happen. That would never happen unless there was total war, and that's not
You
gonna...
know there will be.
What? Why would you even say that? Why would you say that unless Jack is going for full custody? What is he thinking? You know, I knew John Silva was going to talk him out of this.
There's such
How could he even consider putting you through
He
this?
says that he needs to be with his son, and neither of us want Diane in our lives anymore.
No, Phyllis. So you're going to talk to him, and you're going to force him to change his mind.
So how long is this lumpectomy going to take?
Well, it's not a lengthy procedure, but it's a little hard to predict.
Depending on what they find.
Brad, all indications are positive.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
I know. Still, it's a little hard not to worry, huh?
Ash is the center of my life. I love that woman. She's trying to be so damn strong. She finally admitted how scared she was just before they wheeled her into surgery. It really tore me up. And when she asked me to tell our little girl that she loves her, so she's afraid she's not gonna have the chance. I'm sorry. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, and this is the last thing that Ashley needs.
You have been a rock, and I can see how much Ashley's been depending on you. But you have to have a chance to say what's in your mind and in your heart.
I'm scared, Liv. God, I'm scared.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hey, buddy.
Would you like some dinner?
No thanks. Sharon and I are having dinner down at our place tonight.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Truth is, I'm dreading it a little bit.
Hope everything works out.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
Australia? Why on earth did you go to Australia? Look, it's Paul and Isabella, the mother of your soon-to-be grandchild.
If you'll excuse me, it's been an extremely long day.
Mary, you haven't eaten.
Well, I've suddenly lost my appetite.
You actually went to a sporting goods store.
You said you wanted a birthing ball. Where else am I gonna find one?
Well, I hope I'm not interrupting.
Hey, Lauren.
I know it's kind of awkward, but I'm glad you're happy.
Thanks.
Would you like to join us?
Okay. So, how are things going?
Well, great.
Good.
Not well, huh?
How long's it been?
Not long.
Not long. Feels like an eternity. Why Ash, Liv? Can you tell me that? Why Ash? I know there are no answers. Don't mind me. I'm just venting.
Hey, go ahead.
Really, it makes you see how precarious life is, doesn't it? I'm sorry, Liv. What a jerk I am saying something like that to you.
No, no, it's okay, really. I understand. When something happens and there's no reason and no justice, and you rail against it, you wonder how is this happening? How do bad things happen to good people?
Well, we have a lot of hope where Ashley's concerned, don't we?
Yes, we have.
What if it doesn't come out that way, Liv? What if we don't get the results from the surgery that we're hoping for?
Jack, come on. What's it gonna be? The judge wants an answer.
Reasonable visitation. God, I hate the words. I don't want to be a weekend father. Picking him up with presents, taking him to the park, dropping him back off with his mother, having nothing to say about decisions that shape his life. I don't want it.
I realize that this is a difficult situation. It's one you didn't plan on. You didn't plan on having a child with Diane Jenkins. But I want you to think about this. The boy's happy. He's well cared for. If you could just find a way to let this go, concentrate on your own family.
On the other hand, if I go for broke, if I go for full custody and it blows up in my face, I'm going to end up with even less time with him, and Phyllis is traumatized for nothing. Oh, God, I hate this. What the hell do I do?
Okay, look, we still have a few more minutes. Why don't you call Phyllis? Explain the whole situation to her. Maybe she'll surprise you. Maybe she'll agree to tolerate Diane. You won't have to go for full
We
custody.
already know what she's going to say. Having her past dredged through the courtroom is the lesser of two evils for her.
All right, maybe I should talk to her.
No. No, this is my decision, mine.
Mr. Silva.
All rise.
Mr. Silva, I hope you're not going to keep the court waiting. You've had your recess.
Your Honor, given the circumstances that have come to light, my client would like to amend the petition. He feels it's in the best interests of all concerned that he have sole care, control, and custody of this child.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, I was just getting ready to head down there.
Actually, I'm still at Crimson Lights.
I thought you'd left.
No, there's been a mix-up. I was planning on us having dinner here.
At the coffee house?
Yeah, in the office.
Why?
Well, we have a lot of nice memories here.
Well, if you already have the food, I mean, why don't we just eat at home? You know, unless there's a reason you want to stay there.
No, I just thought that we'd, You know what, never mind. I'm on my way, so I'll just call you when I get there.
You're leaving?
Yeah, Jake and I are having dinner at home.
Okay, I guess it won't close early.
Guess not. Unless... maybe I can talk Nick into coming back here later. Do you mind sticking to the original plan?
No problem.
Thanks.
All right, listen to me very carefully. You're going to go to Jack, and you are going to convince him not to press for full custody.
I've tried.
And what happened?
I don't know. I think he got me to see it from his perspective.
Oh, no, wait, look, he talked you out of it? No, that's ridiculous.
No,
Nobody talks you out of anything.
It made sense at the time.
And now what?
I don't know. Stop it. Stop pressuring me. What's your point?
Why are you here?
I don't know. I came for help. My entire life is spinning out of control, and you can care less.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You just care about yourself as usual.
You through?
Sorry. I don't know why this woman affects me. I'm fine, and then I see her swarmy face. I mean, I had to get out of there, Michael.
Wait a minute. Now, you've just run into Diane Jenkins?
Oh, yeah. I've had the pleasure of running into this broad a couple times. It really drives Jack's point home, I have to tell you. I mean, even if my reputation is slung through the mud and my past is slung through the mud, and he gets full custody,
so
at least I won't see her on a regular basis.
You've had several conversations with Diane Jenkins. Have you told her how stressful the situation is?
I would never tell her that.
Does she have any idea that there is stress in your marriage with Jack?
She knows that Jack and I are not on the same page.
Have you gotten
regarding
into the
her son.
deeper issues? Have you talked to her? Have you opened up to her about
I would never open up to Diane Jenkins. Give me a break. What is your point?
You have to be careful. Don't let Diane Jenkins in on anything concerning you and your husband. That could be very dangerous.
What are you telling me? She would use it against us and try to paint a picture of an unhappy family to the judge? I mean, has she done as much?
She has.
Well, frankly, I don't really care. I want her to win, remember?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
What is that supposed to mean?
Do not underestimate this woman. Do not underestimate Diane Jenkins.
Miss Gorman, I've been given a report from the DNA Diagnostic Center stating its findings concerning Mr. Abbott's paternity of the child in question. Do you wish to dispute these findings?
No, Your Honor. We fully and freely acknowledge that Mr. Abbott is the father of the child. The evidence is irrefutable on that score.
Fine. I had hoped this wouldn't develop into a full-scale custody battle. When a child becomes the object of a tug-of-war between two determined parents, the likelihood of reaching an amicable accord becomes remote. Let us all keep in mind who the loser will be if young Kyle is forced to spend his childhood in a toxic atmosphere created by parents more interested in their mutual antagonism than in his welfare and happiness. Let's have a vigorous contest and make it a clean one, shall we? I will allow the petition to be amended. However, the purpose of this hearing is to determine the issue of visitation during the pendency of the matter as it has now been presented. Does anyone have anything to say?
Yes, Your Honor. My client has been denied access to his son for the first year of the child's life, a crucial time for parental bonding. In light of this, I would hope that the court would see fit to allow generous visitation beginning immediately so that my client may begin to establish a meaningful and mutually beneficial father-son relationship.
Your Honor, a case could be made that to thrust my client's one-year-old son into what could easily be a stressful, confusing circumstance should wait until the issue of custody has been fully settled and adjudicated. However, since there will almost certainly be some visitation by Mr. Abbott once the court has ruled, it is probably advisable that the child begin to accustom himself to Mr. Abbott. Thus, we will not oppose visitation at this time. However, we respectfully insist that the court grant my client a measure of control and involvement in the visitation process until her son has a chance to become comfortable in Mr. Abbott's presence.
I would like both parties to submit a program for visitation to me, each giving me some idea of the circumstances of their home life and stating what he or she believes to be the ideal arrangement. The sooner you get these documents to me, the sooner I can schedule our next hearing.
All rise.
Cold. Better warm them up. Wait, on second thought. Maybe I'll just wait till Nick gets here. Relax, Sharon. It's only a dinner. Caught him at the coffee house before he left.
Wait, Nick! What are you doing? You can't really carry me over the threshold.
Oh, it's tradition, Sharon.
No, I'm too heavy.
You are as light as a feather. Now, come on.
Okay.
Here it is, Mrs. Newman. Our new home.
Oh, Nicholas, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Nicholas, if you have a point, just get to it.
Sharon, we are at an impasse. And it's partly because of a condition I made about discussing our situation.
You know what? I can see where you're going with this. So why don't you just save your breath? I've already had my share of lectures for tonight. About how I'm to blame for all of our problems.
Hello.
Hi. I'm back. Everything's ready.
Okay, I'm on the way down.
Uh-oh. It's time to use the ladies' room again.
Oh.
This is one part of pregnancy I won't miss. Thank you.
There you go.
You know, I just want to thank you for being so supportive.
No, it's not as easy as it looks. But if the alternative is losing you as a friend, we'll manage.
You know, I have been meaning to call you.
Really?
Yeah. It's about my mother.
What about her?
She tried to bribe Isabella to go to a home for unwed mothers.
Oh, that's our Mary.
Yeah.
And what'd you say?
Well, I told her that Isabella wasn't going anywhere. And that's the last I heard from her. Now, I realize that you refused to get involved the first time. But I know that my mom is still looking for an ally against Isabella.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't think that I would join forces with her, do you?
I'm just not sure how far my mother is willing to go.
Well, the truth is, I was just with her.
What do you mean, here? Now?
Yes, she was here until you and Isabella walked in. And no, she did not try to enlist my support.
Oh. So maybe she got the message and decided to stop meddling in my life?
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure about that.
So, what did I miss?
You haven't answered me, Olivia.
I just don't want to focus on the downside right now.
Look, Liv, I'm Ashley's husband. Now, there are questions I can't get out of my mind. Some things I need answers to so I can be prepared, just in case.
Hey, anything you need to know, you're going to know in plenty of time. There's no point in traumatizing yourself with the worst case scenario. Ashley has a tiny cancer. One so small you can't even find it in a self-examination. The doctors say it's in a duct, which is a strong indicator that it hasn't spread.
But that's not certain.
Don't look for trouble, Brad.
Oh. That's the last thing I want to do. But if the doctors find that the cancer is larger than they thought, or that there's some indication that it's spread, I mean, it's possible. You know that.
You know what? We're going to hear from Dr. Jameson very soon. And at that time, you can ask all your questions. But right now, it's just pure speculation. Do you know that there are doctors out there who believe that cancer at the early stages that Ashley has right now shouldn't even be treated? That we're being overly aggressive?
Yeah, well, let them say that if it's their wife or their daughter going through this, huh?
Hey, I'm a believer in mammograms. I'm a believer that early detection can save lives. And I believe that's what we have here.
God, I hope so.
Hey, I know this is terrible for you. But remember, Ashley is strong. And she's got a lot to live for. She's got her daughter and you and her family and her career. And the Ashley I know, she's not giving any of that up. If she's got to fight, she'll fight. This is the first step. And we hope that after the radiation, that this whole scare is going to be behind her. Forever. If that's not the case, though, if we're not that lucky, then I know she's going to hang in there. I have to believe that, and so do you. Dr. Eugene Ehrlich, Dr. Eugene Ehrlich, please report to the ICU.
Back. Everything go okay?
Rico?
Thanks.
I saw you talking with Nick and his business associate.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, you know him?
No, we just met.
Oh, what about Nick?
We've spoken a few times. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great boss.
Wait a minute. I thought he worked for Newman Enterprises.
Well, he does, but he also owns Crimson Lights. He and Sharon.
His wife.
Right.
Was that the pretty blonde woman who just left?
Yeah. Let me know if you need anything.
Coming.
Thanks.
Smell good.
Yeah, I got your favorite.
Chicken pad thai.
With a side of penny and curry.
You remembered.
So, do you think we should eat now, or do you want to,
Whatever, whatever you want.
Okay, well, why don't we wait?
Cool.
Do you want to sit down? Sorry, I didn't make any appetizers or anything. But we could have a glass of wine.
Wine. That's a good idea.
Do the honors. I'll just go grab a couple glasses.
Okay.
So what's going on?
Lauren was about to tell me something about my mother.
Paul, I don't think this is the right time.
I think it is the time.
Okay. I told you that I was here with your mother. And she had a suitcase with her.
And?
The baggage claim ticket said Sydney, Australia.
You're asking me about the surgery? I wasn't exactly having a running commentary with my doctor.
Very funny.
I don't know how it went. What do you think, Liv?
I haven't had a chance to talk to Dr. Jameson yet.
Was that about the normal amount of time the procedure usually takes?
Yeah, I'd say it was a good sign that it went so quickly.
I guess the big question now is if I'm gonna be okay. Did they get it all out?
Dr. Jameson, how did it go?
Well, Mr. Abbott going for full custody had a definite impact on the judge. And not a positive one, I think.
It would appear that our requests for full custody did not sit too well with the judge.
Diane's attorney played it beautifully, taking that conciliatory approach on the temporary visitation issue. They made points today, Jack.
You don't have to make it sound so damn ominous. The die is cast. Just do your job.
I'll get to work on the submission for the judge. I'll do everything I can to get you as much time as possible with your son.
Thank you.
Oh, how's my big boy, huh? Mommy missed you.
Here, Kyle. Go back to Graziella for just a second. There you go. I assume you'd like to say hello to Kyle.
Are you implying you'd be okay with that?
No matter how this turns out, Jack, you're going to have a relationship with our son. I don't want him to be upset by you.
Neither do I.
So perhaps it's best to start the process now. Let him get to know you before the official visitation begins. I'm not sure how to introduce you.
There's only one proper way to do that.
Come here, sweetie.
Sweetheart, come here. Oh, come here. I know. Hey, this is your father.
Hi there. Hi.
Aw.
Hi there. Wow. Yes, I'm your father, and I can't wait to be part of your life. Can't wait.
Here, I'll let you pour.
All right. What?
Nothing. Listen, I hope that you don't think I was pressuring you about going back to the coffee house. I thought it would be neat, you know, all the nice memories that we have there. Look, I knew that tonight was going to be awkward, but the way that you're acting.
What?
Have you changed your mind? Do you not want to be here?
I didn't say that.
Well, you haven't said much of anything.
All right, look, I'll admit it. I'm wondering, what's the point to all this? Sharon, we've talked a lot in the last few months, and where's it gotten us? Things have just gotten worse.
So, what's the alternative then? Just giving up? And walking away?
No, it's not the only alternative.
What do you mean? Nick, whatever's on your mind, just... I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Really?
Of course.
I don't know.
Nick, please. Whatever you're thinking, just tell me.
Join us again for The Young and the Restless.